The NFL draft, the best time of the NFL season, the best time of the year is finally over, guys. And we have an entire NFL draft for the Washington Commanders to dissect, to talk about, to analyze. Welcome back to the Commanders Crew, where I talk all things Commanders, all things NFL, and all things NFL draft. And starting right off, Sonny Styles. This is an A pick, maybe A minus. You have bigger needs at DB, maybe at cornerback, and even at wide receiver. But at the same time, I still think linebacker. I was a little bit more hesitated, a little more dire of need at linebacker than most people were. I had us taking Torian York at 147 because Sonny Styles was never available for us. And now Sonny Styles fell into Commander's lap. This guy was my fifth ranked player on my big board, and I thought he was going to go at 4. I thought he was going to go at 5. And at 6, I thought another team was going to trade up for Sonny Styles. Never happened. And the Commanders get probably one of the best players in the draft. And if this was a month ago, if you told me this a month ago, I would tell you the Commanders got the best player in the NFL draft. This is an A. What Sonny Styles does so well is he's such an, we already know he's such an elite athlete. He's such an elite football player and linebacker too. Some people on YouTube, I saw the comments, don't worry, I did. People were talking about, oh, Jacob Rodriguez, better tape. This guy doesn't look like a top 10 pick. What the fuck are you watching? What are you watching? I'm sorry this guy is not laying people out every other 2 seconds. I'm sorry this guy isn't getting 6 pick sixes every other two fucking plays. I'm gonna tell you, if you watch genuine tape of this guy, you know this guy is deserving of a top 5 pick easily. And I thought when Sonny Styles made it out past the Giants, I thought someone was gonna trade up some insane draft capital to get this guy at 6 to jump the Commanders. Because at this point, I knew for a fact he wasn't gonna fucking go past the Commanders. Let me tell you, why is he such an elite linebacker, though? His measurables put him at an all new level. He already has great instincts in the run defense. He can read players. He can read running backs, and when they're coming up, this guy is also a great QB spy. This guy is great at just looking at the quarterback's eyes in the middle of the field and following him whenever he goes out of the pocket. Sonny Styles, as well. Yeah, I told you that he does such a good job of reading the running back. If he goes in the B, A, C gap, and just getting into the gap. But another thing that he also does so well at an elite level is that he just gets right into that fucking gap, right into that lane, and shuts down the line. The running back immediately gets some violent hits in the middle. Man. Some people who have actually watched this film will tell you how violent this guy plays. He can play so more violently, man. And I think with Dan Quinn and Deron Jones and all these other coaching staff people, man, I think they're going to fucking tell him, yo, dog. They're going to tell him all the things that he needs to work on. And I think that's a little bit more, a tiny bit more violent. I would like him to be a little more violent. And also to work a little more on coverage, in zone coverage. Another thing Sonny Styles does at an elite way, I think I've never seen a player ever do this at the linebacker position. It's so elite, and it's elite. He's an elite run defender, and the reason why he is because whenever a zone handoff happens and there's a guard in his face, his arms is so long. He's such a big person. He's so big. And he can literally he can read where the running back is going, and while there's an offensive lineman right in front of him, and whenever he never commits one way, he waits until the running back commits, and whenever the running back commits to either going right or the left of the guard or of the offensive tackle, he sheds off the tackle and then arm bars him down to the ground. I've never seen a linebacker ever do that. I would see probably only defensive tackles do that. I would only ever see edge rushers like Arva Reese do that too, who went at 5. But my gosh, an off-ball linebacker doing that, the guy who plays the Mike position, that's elite. That I've never seen that before. And I'll be honest, that people say his pro comp is Fred Warner, right? I would love if he's Fred Warner, of course, but I think because of that and his height and his athleticism, I think he has top 5 linebacker of all time. I think he has maybe even best linebacker of all time potential. I'm gonna say I think he has best. I think he has the potential to be the best linebacker of all time. I said it here first. In coverage too, I said he can work a little bit in zone coverage. I don't think it's that much because he's still so young. He's 21 years old. He's gonna be 22 in November. But you got to understand, if you watch him, watch his coverage snaps, and man, he follows tight ends. He follows off running backs who do like wheel routes, go routes, blah blah blah, whatever they do, and he can also follow slot wide receivers at an elite rate. I absolutely love that. Zone coverage, he can kind of like zone coverage is a little bit thing is a little. It's good. His zone coverage is good and everything, but he could definitely work a little bit better at that. Also in coverage too, he runs so fluidly in coverage. His hips just move so natural and fluid that it's like kind of sexy to watch him play in coverage. Man, he's so good at. He's so fluid in coverage. I absolutely fucking love it. He's so good. So, my God, he's so good. This gets an A grade in my opinion. The only reason why he's not an A+ is because he's not a cornerback, not a wide receiver, not a safety, who in my opinion are bigger needs for the Commanders. But I can talk about this guy all day, man. This guy, watching this film made me actually love watching film. Next draft, I'm going to be watching as much film as I can, man. This guy is so fucking good, man. This guy is so good. He is so good. He's so fluid in coverage. He's good in coverage. He's so elite and fluid in coverage, and he's such an elite run defender. It's not even funny. Another thing that I would say about him, his IQ is so high. He had the highest IQ on the football field for the Ohio State defense. I apologize. He wore the green dot, and he wore it to fucking perfection. He read out. He fucking read offensive plays. He would move up. He would go up the line of scrimmage, move defensive tackles and edges around. He would go behind, shout out his safety, Caleb Downs, what to do. He would shout out Caleb Downs. Yes, Caleb Downs. He shouted Caleb Downs what to do and what to look at. He would even shout at his other linebacker. He would even shout at the outside cornerbacks and the slot cornerbacks. He's such a high IQ player, man. And I will admit there is some bustability, but when I say that, every player here has bustability. I think Sonny Styles is going to be an all-pro linebacker. I was saying Caleb Downs. He's going to be an all-pro safety, and he can still easily be a bust, right? He can still easily be a bust. He could easily be the worst safety in the NFL. Any player drafted in the first round could easily be a bust. But at the end of the day, I think Sonny Styles is going to be an all-pro linebacker. I think Caleb Downs will be all-pro linebacker, all-pro safety. So now this gets to A, in my opinion. Our second pick, Antonio Williams. I think this gets a B+, in my opinion. It's a slot wide receiver. I was maybe hoping for a bigger wide receiver, but I was kind of waiting for a big-time wide receiver, a guy that can play the X or Z, because Terry McLaurin's getting really old, but I think that might be a problem next year, or we just keep Terry McLaurin regardless. I think about Antonio Williams is that, he is so elite at separation. He's such an elite route runner. He's a top 3 route runner in this year's draft class, and he has elite separation. Maybe just as much as a guy like Jordan Tyson, who people salivate at, who people are like, oh my god, this guy gets insane separation. And Tony Williams, in my opinion, looks fucking insane. Guy looking like a absolute fucking great pick. I had him in my top 65. Still gets a B. It's good, still really good value, but I still think it's a B plus because we're gonna go. If you really wanted to go slot, could have gone Skylar Bell. He's a little bit better. Could have gone Chris Brazel, which I'll be honest, I completely understand that one. Could have gone Malachi Fields. He could have gone Bryce Lance, who Bryce Lance I actually like a lot. He's super athletic and he's also good at production. He's really good in production, but also at the same time though, you could have also gone Elijah Sarah. You could have also gone Jacoby Lane. But at the same time, I like Tony Williams. The only player that I really like more than Tony Williams is probably Jacoby Lane and maybe in Skylar Bell. If you get a player, you get a really good player. And also he's 21. He's younger than most of these guys, and also like yes, he's an elite separator. He's such an elite separator. So, I'll give this a B plus. He's so elite at separation. He's so elite at route running. He has good hands. He plays a little bit bigger than he can. And also, he can play the Z in the X position. He can play outside wide receiver. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. The next player, we got Joshua Joseph. I'm going to give this one an A plus. This is the best. This is insane value. This is some of the best value I've ever seen the Commanders pick ever. This guy was in my top 70. I know it says 94. I mean, it varies. You can put him from he can be anywhere from top 60 to top. He can be anywhere from the top 50 to the top 100. But I'm in the top 60. And I thought he was going to go day 2. Easily. I thought he was going to go in the first, back half of the second round. I thought he was going to go somewhere in the third round. Commanders get Joshua Joseph. There's obviously character concerns, but this guy has an elite first step. This guy has elite measurables. He has really good athleticism. Production could be, if his production was better, he would easily be a second day 2 pick. And I would even say if he had better production, I'd say he'd be a day 1 pick. So Commanders get an absolute fucking steal in Joshua Josephs. The Commanders now have 4 playable, 4 startable edge rushers in Rafi Owe, Clayvon Chason, Dorrance Armstrong, and now Joshua Josephs. Love that pick. And also, if I think about it, Joshua Josephs and Rafi Owe was the only edge rusher on contract who was a genuine starter on the Commanders. And now they're bringing Joshua Joseph. So, absolutely great pick right there from the Washington Commanders. 187, the Commanders select Katrion Allen. This guy has elite production. This guy could be he's not as athletic, but he is a power back, and this guy is going to be the replacement to Chris Rodriguez. But I'm going to spin it a little bit more. This guy is and has the potential to be way better than Chris Rodriguez. This guy has potential to be a RB1, and I love this pick too. Maybe you don't go running back, but if we're going to go Jeremiah Love, why not take Katrion Allen? This guy is, in my opinion, a good pick. He is kind of athletic. He's more athletic than people will give him credit for, but he's a good power back, and he has elite production. Great selection. Really good selection. Really good selection. He's going to be a C-Rod replacement, and you know how much I love C-Rod. Matt Golban at, what is this? 209? 209. No, this was like a complete steal too. I thought this guy was going to go early in day 3. I thought this guy could have gone. Looking at a lot of people made terrible selections day 2 in the 3rd round, and even the 2nd round. He could have easily gone day 2. He could have easily gone day 2. We get him in the back half of day 3. What a selection! And also, it's a position that I've been saying: center. Maybe I would love Jake Slaughter. I think Jake Slaughter would have been a home run pick. Connor Luke could have been a home run pick. Sam Hecht could have been. Pat Coogan could have been a home run pick. And also, Matt Golban could be home. This guy in the very end of the 6th round. This guy could be our starting center for the years to come. Great fucking selection. He's a little bit old though, but he's offensive lineman, so it doesn't really matter that much. This guy is an absolutely great pick, and it's a great value pick. A little bit of a steal too. Love the selection for the Washington Commanders in the position of need. And obviously, Anthony Calamanis. I mean, this is more of a pick where the top 30 visits, you like the guy so much you don't want to go into undrafted free agents. You select him. You could have gone easily, could have gone Bishop Fitzgerald, but it's a second. This is the only pick that I really question. I'm not really the happiest on. But at the end of the day, it's a 7th round pick. It's a 7th. It is a 7th round pick, man. It does not matter. It does not matter in the fucking slightest. It does not matter in the slightest. This guy will probably never touch the field for the Commanders unless Jane Daniels, Marcus Mariota ever go down. But the Commanders. But like, if my only grudge is 7th round pick, then they drafted so fucking well. I'm gonna give this grade. I'm gonna give this an A. A to A minus grade. You can go either or. I would like A because of the pure value. I would probably confidently say A. Maybe we move to an A plus if you could have gotten at least a DB. But at the same time, though, you got a lot of needs and you got really good value at really good positions. The Commanders are back, guys. I said if the Commanders had a good free agency and a good draft, it's an overall good offseason, I'd say we'd be a good football team. And guess what the fuck we did? We had a good offseason and we had a really good draft. I think the Commanders are going to be, get this, as of right now, looking at the offseason, and you can still get Lenarius Sneed, like you can still get Sneed, you can still get Shaq Griffin, you can still get more DB guys. As of right now, man. As of right now, the Washington Commanders, let's say are back. I think the Commanders are going to be a good team. And I still want us to get a safety or a cornerback. I still want us to get a cornerback or safety and just a DB in general in free agency. And there's still some good ones out there. There's still some good depth guys out there. Don't forget, we still have Trey Amos and Nick Cross. Both of those players are pretty good players. So do not worry off. Trey Amos is probably going to develop into a really good cornerback. Trey Amos could easily become a top 10 cornerback this year. Nick Cross could easily become a top 5 safety this year too. So now the Commanders, great draft. Commanders, great draft. I think we're gonna be a good team. I think we're gonna be around. I think we're gonna be over 500, but I think we're gonna be around 500 this year. That is my Commanders. A, B plus, A plus, A plus, B minus. Yeah. All right. Those are my final grades of this year's NFL draft for the Washington Commanders. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share the video. If you guys enjoyed it, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys even made it this far, so make sure to subscribe in general. I talk all things Commanders, all things NFL draft, all things football. And now that the NFL draft is over, I can stop acting like I am a fan of. I can purely Commanders content. So if you're a Commanders fan, make sure to subscribe. You will not regret it. I love Sonny Styles so much, man. Oh my god, what a selection! See you guys later. Make sure to subscribe, like as always, and as always, make sure to eat some good food. See ya.